Have you ever wondered why a man's strength seems to fade so quietly? One day you wake up feeling alive, full of energy and purpose, yet a few years later, everything begins to slow down. The spark dims. The reactions are slower. The body no longer answers with the same confidence it once did. Many men believe this is just age, that passing 40 or 50 means the beginning of decline. But what if that is not the whole truth? What if strength is not lost because of time, but because of how we nourish ourselves? The truth is simple, yet rarely spoken. The body does not age evenly. Some parts fade faster than others, not because of destiny, but because of neglect. What we eat, how we rest, the rituals we keep, all shape the rhythm of our inner power. And sometimes, the smallest things carry the greatest influence. Inside your kitchen, sitting quietly among other spices, lies one of nature's forgotten guardians. A tiny green seed, light in weight yet heavy in meaning. Its scent has filled ancient temples and modern homes alike. Its name is cardamom. For centuries it was valued for calming the stomach and refreshing the breath. But modern science has discovered something more. Cardamom contains natural compounds that relax blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and protect the cells that keep circulation alive. It does not force the body. It teaches it to flow again. Yet most people pass by this gift without knowing its true purpose. They use it to flavor sweets or tea, never realizing it can also restore confidence, vitality, and inner balance. The secret lies not only in the spice itself, but in how it is used. The moment you crush the pod, the oils awaken, the aroma rises, and with it begins a chain of quiet changes inside the body. Over the next few minutes, we will uncover these changes, one by one. From the science behind cardamon's oils, to the rituals that bring them to life, to the ways it calms the mind and restores connection. Stay until the end, because what cardamom truly does for a man is not seen in the first cup, but in the quiet strength that returns after 14 days of consistency. Many men believe that the loss of strength, desire, and energy is an unavoidable part of aging. They accept it quietly as the price of time. They tell themselves that slowing down is natural, that fatigue is normal, that passion fades because the years demand it. Yet this belief, though common, is not entirely true. Science reveals that while age brings change, decline is not inevitable. The body is designed to renew itself when given the right signal. Muscles can still grow, blood can still flow, and the mind can still awaken. What fades first is not ability, but awareness. The true decline begins when a man stops listening to what his body asks for. Cardamom speaks directly to this forgotten awareness. Studies from the National Institute of Nutrition in 2022 found that compounds in cardamom help relax the smooth muscles of arteries, improving blood flow and lowering pressure naturally. This single action supports every system connected to vitality. Better circulation means better oxygen delivery to muscles, nerves, and even the brain. With steady flow comes steady energy. The ancient healers who first used cardamom may not have known the language of molecules, but they understood the feeling. A calm heart, a light stomach, and a clear mind are signs of a body that remembers how to balance itself. I once met a man named Richard who was 71. He had accepted tiredness as his fate until one morning his doctor suggested trying simple natural spices before turning to stronger medication. He began adding 2 crushed pods of cardamom to his morning tea. Within weeks, he noticed a quiet shift. His breathing felt deeper, his stomach less heavy, and his mornings began with a spark he thought was gone forever. The difference was not magic, it was renewal. Cardamom worked not by forcing his body, but by reminding it to function as it once did. For men over 60, the lesson is simple. Do not surrender to the myth that aging must mean weakness. Learn to listen again. Begin with small acts that tell the body it is still capable. A calm mind, good rest, and a few green seeds can build the bridge back to strength. Age is not the end. It is only the beginning of a wiser chapter, one written by awareness instead of fear. In a world that worships speed, many men chase instant solutions for problems that took years to build. They search for pills, powders, and promises that claim to restore strength overnight. The advertisements are loud, the bottles expensive, and the results fleeting. The truth is that the body does not respond to shortcuts, it responds to rhythm. Real renewal is never a single event. It is a pattern repeated with patience. This is where Cardamom teaches a lesson deeper than chemistry. Its power unfolds slowly through repetition, through daily use, through discipline. The Journal of Ethnopharmacology in 2021 noted that the active compounds in cardamom, such as cineol and limonene, act cumulatively, not instantly. They lower inflammation, balance hormones, and improve vascular health over time, not in a single dose. That is why ancient healers never treated cardamom as a cure, they treated it as a ritual. There was a man named Elias, 65 years old, who had grown frustrated with his fatigue. Every week he tried a new supplement, a new tonic, a new promise. None lasted beyond the first bottle. When he learnt about cardamom, he expected another miracle. But this time, he was asked to do one thing differently, to be consistent. Each morning he crushed 2 pods into warm water, drank it slowly before breakfast, and waited without expectation. The first week brought little change. The second week brought calm digestion and easier breathing. By the 4th week he felt steadier, more centered, more alive. Nothing sudden happened, yet everything changed. His energy no longer spiked and crashed, it simply stayed. His strength was not loud, it was constant. This is the hidden truth men forget. The body is not a machine to be repaired, it is a garden to be cultivated. Cardamom works like watering roots, it requires care and patience, but the growth that follows endures. Quick fixes may offer excitement, but they also bring imbalance, leaving the body confused and tired. The slower path restores balance not by force, but by alignment. So when you look for strength, do not look for speed, look for rhythm. Let every cup, every breath, every small act remind your body that real power grows quietly. Cardamom does not promise fireworks, it promises foundation, and that is what lasts. Many men believe that if something is good, then more of it must be better. They add too much salt to their food, too much weight to their workout, and too many pills to their routine. The same mistake happens with natural remedies. A man hears that cardamom can improve circulation or calm digestion, and he doubles or triples the dose, hoping for faster results. Yet nature does not reward excess, it rewards balance. The body works through harmony, not through force. When the balance breaks, even the purest medicine can become a burden. Modern studies from the Journal of Medicinal Food in 2020 confirm that moderate intake of cardamom supports blood pressure control and antioxidant defense, but higher doses can irritate the stomach and cause discomfort. The line between remedy and overload is often just a few pods apart. There was a man named Thomas who learned this lesson through experience. At 68, he discovered cardamom tea and felt lighter after every cup. Encouraged, he began adding more pods each time, thinking it would double the benefit. After a week, he felt bloated and uneasy, his appetite dulled, and his stomach rebelled. When he reduced the amount to 2 pods a day, everything settled again and his energy quietly returned. What changed was not the spice, but the respect he gave it. Cardamom is a teacher in moderation. Its oils are potent, its aroma intense, its compounds active. It needs space to work, just as the body needs time to respond. For men over 60, this truth reaches further than the spice itself. More does not mean stronger. More food does not mean nourishment. More exercise does not mean fitness. The art of strength lies in precision. 2 pods chewed slowly or brewed gently are enough to awaken the vessels, to ease digestion, and to calm the nerves. Beyond that, the body is not supported, it is overwhelmed. Power is found in balance, not in excess. Cardamom reminds us that control itself is strength. When a man learns to stop at enough, he discovers that vitality grows best in moderation. The lesson is simple. Listen to your body, trust the quiet signal that tells you when to pause, and know that sometimes less is not only more, it is everything. Modern life teaches men to chase quick energy. A cup of strong coffee, a sugary drink, a pill that promises alertness all seem to give life back for a few short hours. But this illusion comes with a hidden cost. What rises fast also falls fast. The crash that follows leaves the body more tired than before. True energy is not borrowed, it is built. It grows quietly from within through balanced circulation and nourishment. Cardamom belongs to this slower, truer path. It does not shock the system, it restores it. Research from the Department of Pharmacology at King Saud University in 2021 found that the essential oils in cardamom improve oxygen use in cells and enhance blood flow without overstimulating the heart or nerves. The result is a calm alertness that lasts rather than a spike that fades. I remember the story of David, who was 59 and relied on caffeine to get through his mornings. Each afternoon he felt drained, dizzy, and restless. A nutritionist suggested he replace one of his daily coffees with warm cardamom water. He hesitated because he feared losing energy, but agreed to try. The first days felt slow, yet by the end of the second week, he noticed that his body no longer crashed in the afternoon. His mind stayed clear, his hands no longer trembled, and his sleep deepened. The difference was not louder energy, it was steadier energy. Cardamom does this by supporting the rhythm of the body instead of disrupting it. Its compounds widen vessels so blood moves freely, its antioxidants protect cells from stress, its scent activates calm focus. When you breathe in its aroma or sip its tea, the effect is subtle but lasting. The body feels light yet grounded, awake yet peaceful. This kind of energy does not burn out, it renews itself. For men past 60, this is the energy that matters most. Not the rush of the young, but the endurance of the wise. The secret is patience. Allow cardamom to build your rhythm instead of breaking it. True strength is not in speed, but in stability. And the man who learns to choose calm energy over instant excitement discovers the kind that stays. Many men believe that strength means silence. They carry their burdens quietly, suppressing worry, fear, and exhaustion deep inside. They tell themselves that stress is normal, that a man must endure without complaint. But what they call strength often becomes the very force that weakens them. Silent stress does not disappear. It hides in the bloodstream, tightening vessels, disturbing hormones, and stealing rest. It raises pressure, disrupts digestion, and dulls the nerves that once responded with ease. Over time, it drains energy more than any physical labor. Science calls this invisible enemy chronic stress, and it has a direct link to fatigue and loss of performance. Studies from the Mayo Clinic in 2022 confirmed that long-term stress elevates cortisol, the hormone that narrows blood flow and interferes with testosterone production. When circulation weakens and hormones fall, desire and stamina follow. Cardamom offers a natural antidote to this silent erosion. The scent that rises when the pod is crushed is not just pleasant, it carries molecules that calm the nervous system. Research published in the Journal of Basic and Clinical Physiology in 2021 found that inhaling cardamom's essential oils lowers heart rate and reduces markers of stress. This is why ancient cultures used cardamom in rituals of prayer and rest. It steadied both body and mind. The calm it brings is not drowsiness, it is balance. There was a man named Robert, 66, whose strength had faded quietly over the years. He blamed age, but his doctor saw the signs of tension, shallow breath, tight shoulders, restless nights. When advised to practice simple breathing with a crushed pod of cardamom each morning, he thought it trivial. Yet within 2 weeks, his heartbeat steadied, his sleep deepened, and his mornings no longer began with fatigue. The spice had not changed his life overnight. It had given him permission to slow down. For men after 60, this lesson is profound. Stress is not a badge of endurance, it is a slow poison. Silence does not make it noble, it makes it hidden. Cardamom reminds us that calm is not weakness, it is wisdom. 2 quiet pods can guide the body back to its rhythm, steady the mind, and let strength return through peace, not pressure. Many men measure strength by what can be seen. Broad shoulders, firm muscles, a confident walk, the ability to lift, to work, to perform. Yet what appears powerful on the outside often hides a body quietly losing its foundation on the inside. Real strength is not built in the gym alone. It is built in the unseen rhythm of the heart, the quiet balance of hormones, and the harmony of circulation and digestion. What weakens most men after 60 is not the loss of muscle, but the loss of flow. Blood no longer moves freely, oxygen reaches cells more slowly, and nutrients are poorly absorbed. The result is fatigue that no amount of exercise seems to fix. The illusion of external strength blinds men to the truth of internal health. Cardamom teaches the opposite lesson. Science from the International Journal of Molecular Sciences in 2021 revealed that its oils contain cineol and terpenyl acetate, compounds that relax smooth muscles and arteries, improving blood circulation and nutrient delivery. This small act inside the body creates visible change outside. When blood moves well, the muscles receive oxygen, the brain receives clarity, and the face regains color. The difference between appearing strong and being strong begins deep within. I once spoke with a man named Samuel, 62, who prided himself on lifting weights daily. Yet he often felt dizzy, breathless, and fatigued. When tested, his blood pressure was unstable and his digestion sluggish. He began to add cardamom to his morning tea and his evening meal, not as a cure, but as a reminder to nurture the inside as much as the outside. Within a month, his pressure stabilized, his breath steadied, and his workouts felt lighter. He had not grown stronger from effort, but from balance. This is the secret many forget. Muscles may impress, but it is circulation that sustains. The body is like a tree. Its trunk may stand tall, but without roots that draw deeply, it will dry from within. Cardamom feeds those roots. It works quietly, strengthening what cannot be seen, and through that inner harmony, outer strength returns naturally. True power is not about what others can witness. It is about how deeply the body endures when no one is watching. Many men believe that with age, desire fades naturally, that passion belongs only to youth, and that once it weakens, nothing can restore it. This belief, repeated long enough, becomes a quiet resignation. They stop expecting warmth, stop seeking connection, and tell themselves that this is how life works after 60. Yet the truth revealed by both science and experience is far more hopeful. Desire is not extinguished by age. It is dimmed by imbalance. When circulation slows, when hormones drift out of rhythm, when digestion grows heavy and the mind fills with worry, the flame of desire loses its oxygen. The spark is still there, only waiting for breath to return. Cardamom has long been known for this hidden connection between the body and desire. Ancient texts described it as a symbol of awakening, while modern research confirms why. A recent review in Phytotherapy Research in 2022 found that cardamom's natural oils stimulate the parasympathetic system, the branch of the nervous system that governs relaxation, arousal, and restoration. It does not force desire. It prepares the body to receive it. Its scent opens vessels, its warmth calms anxiety, and its chemistry enhances blood flow to vital areas without strain. This combination creates the perfect soil for intimacy to grow again. There was a man named Henry who once believed his best years were gone. At 69, he felt distant from his partner, more tired than interested, and ashamed of what he saw as failure. A herbalist taught him to crush 2 pods of cardamom into warm milk before sleep. He followed the ritual nightly without expectation. Within weeks, his rest deepened. His mornings felt lighter, and soon, quiet moments of closeness returned on their own. The change was not dramatic. It was natural, unforced, like the return of a season. Desire does not vanish. It retreats when the body forgets calm and the mind forgets patience. Cardamom reminds both to slow down, to breathe, to align again. For men beyond 60, this is not about youth regained. It is about intimacy rediscovered. The lesson is gentle but powerful. Passion is not a privilege of the young. It is a reward for those who care for balance. When the heart is calm and the blood flows freely, warmth always finds its way back. We have walked through the quiet power of cardamom, from its fragrance that calms the heart to its oils that open the body's hidden pathways of renewal. It is easy to see now that this small seed is not just a spice, but a symbol of balance, proof that nature has always known how to restore what time seems to take away. The science supports what tradition whispered for centuries. Cardamom helps regulate pressure, smooth digestion, and calm the nerves that control desire and performance. But beyond chemistry lies something deeper. It teaches patience. It teaches rhythm. It reminds us that strength and pleasure grow not from force, but from harmony. For men over 60, this message matters more than ever. The body may no longer rush forward as it once did, yet it can still move with grace, endurance, and warmth when given the right care. Cardamom's magic is not instant. It is built through small rituals repeated with awareness. Crushing the pod, sipping the aroma, letting the warmth settle through the chest. These are not mere acts of consumption. They are gestures of mindfulness that tell the body it is safe to open again. 3 truths remain at the end of this journey. First, vitality after 60 is not lost. It is simply waiting to be remembered. Second, natural rhythm matters more than speed. The body responds best when treated gently. And third, Discipline turns wisdom into result. The habit you build becomes the medicine you carry. If this story of Cardamom has spoken to you, take a moment to share it with someone who may need hope, a friend, a partner, or even a son who has forgotten that age does not define strength. Subscribe to Daily 1% Impact so you can walk this path of quiet transformation with us each week. Every lesson we share is a step toward living with balance, clarity, and renewed confidence. For those taking medication or managing conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes, remember to consult your doctor before trying any new habit. Nature works best when guided by wisdom. And now I ask you this. Have you ever felt the change that comes from a small ritual done with care? And if you could bring one gentle practice into your mornings or evenings, what would it be? Your story may be the one that inspires the next man to rediscover his own strength.